What's up, Climax Stains? I'd like to take a moment and start this Week 2 recap video with a list of things that I'm thankful for. First and foremost, of course, I'm thankful for all my friends and family. I'm thankful that presidential elections are only once every 4 years. I'm thankful for Wawa Hoagie Fest. I'm very thankful for attractive girls with low standards and no gag reflex. And of course, I'm thankful for my good buddy Mark, because I know that no matter how shitty I do in a given week, he'll always be there to do a little bit worse than I did. So sure enough, I did lose this week to Eric, who had a very, very impressive week. He moves to 2-0 and actually will be going up against Becker, our reigning champ, who is also at 2-0 at this point. I really have nothing funny to say about their matchup. It should just genuinely be a good game. So hopefully something will happen where someone will get hurt or embarrass themselves. So I guess I'm going to talk about next week. That will really make my life a little bit easier. Becker, unsurprisingly, pushed Kirch into the 0-2 realm with a pretty thorough beating. Kirch in rough shape now with his team's namesake, Jerry Macklin, getting hurt. But he should be in really good shape moving this next week. Darius Hayward-Bay is an apt replacement, and Reggie Bush is certainly able to put up 35 every week. That's pretty much in the bag. And of course, he still has Javed Best waiting in the ranks to come back and play next season. Kirch moves on to play Mikey T, who undoubtedly had the biggest week. He quizzed all over Hoofy, which, not surprisingly, Hoofy kind of had a rough time, and not surprising with Ahmad Bradshaw out with a neck injury, which, of course, came on account of his full-blown AIDS. Hoofy did, however, come right back and pick up Andre Brown, who should take the bulk of the carries. But unfortunately, he is just one fumble away from being put out to pasture with David Wilson. So hopefully stay strong there, since Hoopy's not looking too hot on the depth chart for running backs. Hoopy is matched up with Smith. Smith is unfortunately this week looks to have a very, very bad case of SHPS, also known as shockingly high projection syndrome. But at least he went ahead and got his team's namesake, Amendola, off the bench. I know for me, if I've got the #1 scoring wide receiver in the league, I'd probably want to be playing him. And so that should easily be enough to put Brian down to 0-3, right where he belongs. Smith just lost to Micah, who is up to 2-0, despite what still appears to be a very unimpressive team. At least he finally pulled Chris Johnson out and put him on the bench where he belongs. Hate to say it, Micah, but he is who I thought he was. And you let him play anyway. I don't really know how to move that forward, that analogy. Maria, coming out of her bye week, finally has her first win, which is nice. I'm sure she's glad to have Jennings back. And hopefully Tom Brady remembers how to be a quarterback and throw some touchdowns this week. I think that would be good for, well, I guess pretty much just Maria and me in another league. No one else really gives a shit about Tom Brady. He's a terrible person playing for a terrible team with a terrible coach who's a terrible person. But, I'm getting off topic. Maria, of course, got off of beating Mark, who put up only 90 points. That is a very poor display, especially considering Cam Newton and Vincent Jackson put up 50. So the two of them easily outscored the rest of his team. And that Hernandez pickup was definitely a strong move. Really good returns there. Having the hurdler Selleck on your bench. Good stuff. I'm sure he'll put up those 23 points every week going forward. Or probably not. With that said, I really don't have a whole lot else this week. Kind of not a lot going on. So with that, I will see you guys through the weekend. Have a good weekend, you anal discharges.